Okay, so welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. I'm going to make a Mass Effect video. I'm doing the sAGES. Now, before I go any further, I am going to say that I have fucked up. So apparently, I should have imported my character and changed her look instead of starting from scratch. So I'm going to keep that character, I'm going to keep playing it, but I'm going to also import my other character, give her a new name, and change her look. And that way I'll have everything that I had. I don't know if I'm going to have my pie jack, but we will find out as this game progresses. Now, note to self and for everyone else, because this is going to be recording. This isn't the reminder video or any of that shit. I have 2 pet peeves that must be discussed before I continue on. 1. If there are no women in the house all day long until nighttime, and if you're not laying bricks, or dropping the kids off at the pool, or whatever you want to call bowel movement, fecal matter, feces, whatever, then the toilet seat should sit up. Today there's a house full of men, myself included. I hate cleaning piss off the toilet when I come into the bathroom. There are a bunch of young boys here, all but one over the age of 11, and they should be respectful to the house and not piss all over the fucking toilet. They should keep the toilet seat the fuck up. Again, if you're shooting a deuce, laying bricks, dropping kids off at the pool, having fecal matter, swan diving into a belly flop because you have diarrhea, then you put the seat down. But when you're done, pick the damn seat back up. Now, there are women in the house, that's a whole different matter. And yes, they also lay bricks and shoot deuces and have fecal matter issues as well. Women do take shits. It took me a long time to learn that. As a child, I always thought that men were unlucky and we had to take shits. Right? I never knew that women had to take shits until I started changing diapers. Then I found out women have to take shit. Also, I found out that they have it a little bit more worse than we when they hit 10 or 11, possibly 12, when things down there start doing things that it's not supposed to do. But it actually is supposed to do. Periods, people. Come on. I'm 44. Let's discuss this shit properly. Without further ado, I'm going to take you on over the Mass Effect now that I've totally grossed you out and fucked up your day. Alright. Welcome to my damn day. Because I have a lot to do. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I'm still angry. I'm in so much anger right now, it's not even funny. So I'm probably going to call the credit union about 2 to solve and see what I have in there, as I may have to pay for my class myself, and it's like $400 that I don't have. This is what happens when you lend out money and people refuse to pay you back, or just feel that it's not an obligation for them to pay you back while they're doing other things. No, I'm only talking to the people who have not spoken to me, which means the 2 females that have not spoken to me about the money that I've lent them and have not even considered having a conversation with me. The 2 males have explained these situations to me and why they can't pay me back right now. Just don't forget who you are, and don't forget that you owe me cash. Alright, carrying on with Mass Effect. And hold on, Kathy Lee, which you weren't supposed to see. Lights going out. Recording's gonna start. Let's get this over with. Also may do some commentary, because when I import the other character, I will do a lot of videos, probably from beginning to end, but I'm going to see how far I can go with this character within the next month before I import the other one over, because if I can even up, and if I get my damn pie jack, then we're going to be good. I better be able to get that damn pie jack.
Let's give this a try.
I gotta take this dog out. That didn't sound like a good sound. I'm not trying to clean up dogs too. Sorry about that, people. That was just in time. Let's go scan stuff first. Y'all know how I roll by now. Again, some shortcuts. Hey, there's drag, but how come they're not flying up beside me? Now, that's me nitpicking. Small things disturb me. You know, all my complaints are exceptionally small about the game. Literally, there's shit that they could have just done and not had too many things to worry about. Like the armor, like the clothing. Shepard had 5 outfits unless you had the PC.
Why not?
Is it historic worthless if it isn't shared? The accounts of our past are kept hidden. They may as well not exist at all.
You know, I don't know why Ryder
What do we have here?
only gets One base outfit that you can only modify the color. Oh, he or she gets long and short sleeves. Like, that's a fucking agreement. You don't even really get short sleeves. Your sleeves are just rolled up half a cup. Like Heat Cat 5. For those who are not in the military, or were not in the military and did not serve at Fort Benning, Georgia, and if you were in the military and you didn't serve anywhere hot, Heat Cat 5 is where your arms of your sleeves can only go up a quarter of an inch or two on your uniform. My military service wasn't all that great, but it does exist and it does count. You know, figured I'd throw that in. And also, when I import my other Sara, short hair, and I change her back and give her a new name to make a brand new character. I'm also going to do Infiltrator. Unless this Infiltrator proves out to be BS, then I will continue to do Vanguard. Because those are my two favorites. You know. Haven't really done Soldier for this game. What the hell? Yeah, those things happen. Oh, awesome. I came up too high. Or I actually went up to the right one, I just didn't go directly to the right gadget, which is right there. As you guys know, I am an Andromeda supporter to the max. Again, all my complaints are exceptionally tiny. Ooh, that was close one. That, you know, BioWare could have just, like, not cut corners, but most of their Mass Effect games, they cut so many corners. You know, I'm going to give you an example on that. If you remember Mass Effect 2, in the kitchen where you're trying this calamari surprise thing with the dude that you never know what the hell happens to him after the game is over. I mean, provided you save the entire crew. You don't really know what happens to most of the crew in part 3. You know what happens to your navigator. I forgot her damn name, but you know what happens to her, because she winds up changing her name to Hannah something or another. Especially if you and her had a relationship, which kind of sucks that you can't continue the relationship in part 3. And let's get on that. Let's call this Mass Effect video an APB, an All Points Bulletin. Alright? And the reason why I'm calling it an All Points Bulletin, and I'm bringing things to attention because I love Mass Effect. I don't have much bad to say about Mass Effect, any of the games outside of the ending in 3 and the aftermath in 3, because there is no real aftermath. I mean, it's a video of showing what happens depending on what saga you chose or whatever. And if you killed all the synthetics and Shepard takes that breath or takes his last breath or her last breath, you know, it doesn't give you much after that other than they putting a plaque up. Also depending on who you had the relationship with. So here's my thing. If they actually do what rumors have said, and remember these are only rumors, that they may redo the whole Mass Effect trilogy for the PS4 or 5 now that the 5 has been announced to be coming in like 2020 or some shit like that. I don't know when the 5 is coming. It's all rumors. So don't believe any of this shit that I'm saying, because I don't believe any of it. Rumors are rumors until they're in your hand. Alright? So, if they do choose to redo the game, I would advise them to, one, open world everything, and two, you know, give us more options with clothing, relationships. Every door in the game we should be able to go in. Just put something in there. No, it shouldn't just be about what we can't do. It should be about what we can do. Give the original truck, I can't remember what the hell the thing is, the thing the Nomad's based on, give it more weapons
Pathfinder with the Andromeda
than just a
from the
cannon
Milky Way galaxy.
and bullets. Because it can shoot a cannonball and it can shoot bullets. Make it more militaristic, you know, give us more than just two means of options. And why doesn't the original Normandy have no defenses but like two missiles?
Reset the vault.
You know, and how come this game can't have the same thing? Like in the first game, you had a tremendous amount of armors that you could rock. And in this game, you have one base uniform and maybe 5 armors, but you have to create them yourself. I understand the creation part, because that's cool as shit, but you should still have more than one uniform that you can wear on the damn Tempest. You have that one base uniform, which I am grateful for that, because in the original game, you can wear any of your non-functional uniforms on the Citadel. But in this game, you can actually walk everywhere in regular clothes, which is awesome. And they should combine it if they remake the trilogy. But they should also give us our promised 34 or 27 or however endings that they were supposed to be promised based on your choices. They should give us that. But at the end, if you redo 3, then you should give us an aftermath. If Shepard survives, whether it's the Reaper or whether it's the human, there should be something. And if Shepard jumped through the beam and doesn't make it, then we should at least be able to find the body. And all of them should be able to like feel that Shepard's a part of all of them now, or something. But you know,
so you're saying there's some way we can make people remember their past
it's something
lives?
that they could do.
Souls
It's
retained
easy.
within families.
You know.
An object heirloom tied closely to that bloodline could cause memories to resurface.
But it's not guaranteed.
It has been known to happen on
And that
rare
thing,
occasions in the
yeah,
past, with other
like with this, you should be able to speak to everyone. And just like everyone who's always hollering Pathfinder, you should be able to strike up a conversation. And don't tell me, oh, it's going to be too expensive. Look at what y'all charge for video games. You can't throw in some random guy who works there and say, hey, okay, this is what you can say, and we'll record it and put it in so the Shepard has, or writer has a conversation with that person. You know, and they should be able to come back to that person. Maybe give them 5 different conversations at different times.
Maybe a dead end, but we
As
have
of
to
what's been
try.
going on, like a progress checker. And you should be able to talk to everyone in the game. Not just select you, but everyone who talks to you, you should be able to talk back to. Any kind of conversation. Now, my main theme is that you should be able to carry on relationships with more than people that are just on your crew. You know. And I would recommend that, you know. I would recommend it. You could talk to people on your crew.
You wander around with no supervision? You're interrupting our lesson.
Could use more interruptions.
Relax, give the kid a break. Looks like he needs it.
Did the shrieking winds give us a break when we first sailed across the uncharted skies?
But, you know, the thing is, I mean, the game has mad potential, and Andromeda is my hands-down favorite, mostly because I can make my people look like I want them to look, instead of not being able to do that. I can get a look in the trilogy, but I can't get the look to transfer over, because the first game person always looks better in the first game, and by the time they get to the second game, because the engines are different, they totally don't look the same.
Where are these artifacts you're talking about?
So, you know, that would help with the game transition. But I will tell you this. If you want to do anything, how about you give us 2 more Andromedas and then link the two games with the like a new game. It's like Mass Effect 5 or 6, which already would be 6. So Mass Effect 7 could be called Mass Effect Homecoming. And then everybody would find a way to build a gigantic ass mass relay to get from the Helios cluster back to the regular universe.
I think I'll leave you to your
And
lesson.
that would work even better, especially if people had picked the survivor with Shepard being a remnant. I mean, not a remnant, a damn Reaper. But I also think that we should pull in the Jardin. We should pull in more Protheans. We should pull in everybody, you know. And then you can have the cat as the main antagonist, and you can have the Reapers, and you can have other people also pull in. Or you can bring in a brand new enemy, give them a complicated ass name and a complicated ass backstory. Hell, you can make rogue Leviathans come from Andromeda, or make rogue Leviathans come from our universe into Andromeda. You can do something that can unite them all. And since the Leviathans are the ones that made the damn Mass Effect relays in the first place, or they made the Reapers, which made the Mass Effect relays and the space station and all that crap, then you could probably get it all to work. Which is also a complicated question. Maybe you guys who are a little bit more die-hard fans can explain to me that if the Reapers are so huge, how in the hell did they work around in the Mass Effect relay that is the space station? Don't try to logicalize it, but you know, you can explain it to me, that's fine, but I've tried to logicalize on how big the Nexus is and how big the Citadel is as compared to how big the Reapers are, and how in the blue hell did the Reapers, but I've never done this before, so oh shit, don't die, damn it, I died. Well, I thought I was running down this way, but apparently I was not. Anyway, you know, you have to understand that as massive as the Nexus is, as massive as the Citadel is, which is way bigger than the Nexus according to the papers and stuff, you know, the size for the undertaking to make the Nexus was pretty big. And so, oh, no. Close call. Why in the hell, or how in the hell, could the Reapers, if they built all this stuff, how could they function in such a confined area? And here's another thing. I know this is like way beyond y'all thinking, or conceptual thinking. What if the benefactor was the fucking Keepers? So I have a lot of benefactor videos to do. So when I get on that, I will throw these things in the mix. I'm going to have to write these things down before I get on it. Because I'm sure that I couldn't understand why they didn't get any Keepers to come with. No. Because when you think about it, the Keepers were always fixing the
Sorry to interrupt, but what's happened?
the Citadel. So why would you not requisition some Keepers to come with you to Andromeda? That would be a video in itself, and I will have to write that down too. Because I would like to know why in the hell they didn't
That came from Palau, actually. The little research
ask the
station.
Citadel for some Keepers.
It used to be a large
No.
settlement.
Because that's what I would have done. A creature that can constantly keep preparing and repairing and building shit. And we know that they play a critical role. We don't know if the Keepers are actually the Arachni, which I would like to do a video on that too, because I think the Keepers probably
There
are
might
the
still be a way
Arachni,
to track her down.
because as the Leviathan said, that they were the apex race and they made the Reapers. Well, the Reapers made the Keepers to keep the station functioning. So if they
Where would
did
keep
that,
those records?
what were the Reapers? And one of the Queens said it in Game 3 that they came for us, or was it game 3 or game 1? 1 or 2. It wasn't in game 2 because you don't see it right now in game 2 that I can remember. But whatever game it was, one of them said that they had came from dark space and captured some of their people. And then that was pretty much the gist of it.
Another memory trigger?
One of your father's memories is now accessible.
You have questions?
You mentioned an heirloom?
So,
an object you think
why
will bring
is it
Sarah's
not
memories
possible?
back?
Souls
Also, why can't Ryder or any human get in garden clothes and wear them? That's a great question. Instead of always rocking that same base uniform. And no, I don't have the hoodie. And no, we don't have a DLC, and we should have one. Which is not cool.
Tell me more about your belief in reincarnation.
No, so, I mean, when you think about it, why don't we have any of that? And it's my APB, they have cut so many
How do you
corners
grow if you don't remember?
to save money for something really simple. Now I don't have millions of dollars, so I'm not judging them on that. But I am calling them out on it because, like I said, in game 2, or even in this game, when you hand somebody something, they never show your hands actually handing someone
Why do you
anything.
remain secluded here?
And that kind of fracked up, you know. When I give the innkeeper her statues and stuff, toys, statues, dolls, all the things that I'm hunting for, you never see my hands and her hands meet. You never see our hands touch. So in all the dots and things that they put on people, they not one time but, well, we got dots on their hands. Let's use their hands.
Tell me more
And
about
so they don't
Sarah.
have any hand things. And you see these guys always standing with their arms folded, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with standing with your arms folded. It's a little threatening and a little patient. I guess it depends on whom you're approaching or who's approaching you.
Monolith?
Yeah. But at the same time, you don't get to see and do things that, you know,
I'll go. Thank you for speaking to me.
they don't get to
Of course.
get the full effect of having them do things. They'll be talking to people, here, try some of this, and you don't get to see them try it. Shepard in game 2, you see her smiling and chewing, but you don't see the food ever actually entering her mouth, or his mouth, depending on if you choose Fem Shep or Male Shep, you know, which is kind of a cop-out. Y'all know I've made videos about things that cop out, because I do not like cop-outs. It's the same thing, like if I ever got a show and it only lasted one season, and they're like, well, we're not going to give your show a proper send-off. I'm like, nah, you can't do that. You have to give the show a proper ending. You have to give it a send-off that would be suitable for everyone, kind of like what Farscape did, where they made the mini-movie to get everything back on track. Spoiler alert coming up, in case you guys didn't see the Farscape Peacekeeper Wars miniseries movie that ended the whole thing with Dargo dying and they blocking the way back to Earth so Crichton can never go back home. Okay, so now that I've given you that spoiler alert, you know, I don't think that it's cool that you don't get to do anything to fix that. So, you know, I mean, the bottom line is simple. You should never have a show without a full-on ending. That should be like a Hollywood law. Even if the show doesn't get like a 4th or 5th or even a 2nd season, then you should be able to have a close-out proper ending. Battlestar Galactica's reboot was one of my favorite shows, but they copped out on the fucking ending. The same thing with, what is it? Caprica copped out on the ending, and I still haven't seen it. I'm still looking for it. I was in the army when Caprica came out. And then Sliders, they copped out. And all these shows are like having some serious ass cop out endings and leaving it to people's imagination. Alright, the thing with Sliders though is at least you know that the black guy went home, but you don't know what happens after that. You also know that he went home with the disease that will permanently frack up and kill the Cro-Magnon men, but won't have any effect on human beings. We know that Wade, that she died. And we know that the doctor, he died or he stayed on another planet which he found paradise with lots of other doctors. No, I'm pretty sure he died. The original doctor. The bearded fat white dude. We know that the original two brothers found out that they weren't from our Earth and wound up getting captured and getting one fused with another one of themselves and made a totally different Quinn Mallory. So, you know, copping out. So here's my thing. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm never going to be a famous actor. I just want to be a working actor. I don't really give a flying crack and what, as long as I do something nice that affects everyone in a positive manner, so that it's not going to be like, well, James, you're a horrible person. Yeah, no. I'm putting it out there, you know. I'm keeping it real. And I'm going to get right back on Mass Effect topic in a second. But, you know, as an independent filmmaker, you know, whose my feet are not even really wet in this business, and I've made like 3 or 4 movies and a web series, you know, the concept is really quite simple for me. You know, first and foremost, fans deserve better. You know, fans deserve a proper ending to a show. Alright? Charm had a proper ending. You know, even if the show is canceled, the fans still deserve a proper ending to the show. That's just my personal feeling about it. Y'all can take it any way you want. Take it on the run, you're under the gun. But they deserve a proper ending to the show. Alright? Again, you don't have to like it, but that's just how I feel about it. Fans deserve a proper ending to the show. Yeah. I'm sorry if I've pissed anybody off with this, but fans deserve a proper ending to the show. And it's not fair that we don't really get those. You know. And I understand how this business works. But what y'all have to understand is, as a fan, fans deserve more, not just from the actors, but from the show itself. You know? Because one, without the fans, you don't have a show. You know, you don't.
Site Avela mentioned.
And I strongly believe that you should have the actors in the show do right by the fans. That is just my saying on that. I might be the only person who's brave enough to say it. This very well may be career suicide. But since I don't really have a career, it's not like it really matters. But you know, as an independent filmmaker, copping out is not my thing. You know, if my story, my Guardians of the Earth hadn't got destroyed or stolen,
We've got targets!
no, I would have done more with it than I got the chance to do. But somebody in Alabama's got my shit. Hope you're enjoying it. If you're going to do anything with it, I'd like you to fix it up and send it back. That would be awesome. I also wouldn't press charges. I just want my shit back. 512 Rougemont, Charlottesville, Virginia. You know, it's not that difficult of a concept. But you know, the thing is that I would have had some kind of ending of some sort, you know, and mostly because as an independent filmmaker slash actor slash director slash whatever other hat you want to put on me, you know, I wouldn't want my fans to be disappointed that I didn't deliver what was promised. Which brings me back to Mass Effect and the cop-out ending in the trilogy. Because that really was a cop-out ass ending. You know, you deserve better, you should have got better. But we didn't. And I'm not the only one that complained, because the millions of people that were fans before I was a fan were protesting and complaining. And you know, they fixed some stuff, but they didn't fix it all because some douchebag decided it would be cool to leak the game's endings. Which is funny because apparently they stopped the leak, because I can't find any of the endings anywhere. And personally, whether we leaked the endings or not, had I been in charge, oh, y'all would have got your damn endings. Because copping out is bullshit. It's just the way I feel about it. No. So, let's continue on with our all points bulletin here. I don't think that the cloak lasts long enough in this game either. Which kind of sucks. No. And the thing with that is, it's kind of imperative that if you're gonna invest your money into a game or into a movie, you know, you should get your money's worth. That's just my personal opinion. You can take that any way you want. Just don't try to cash that check. But you know, it's kind of one of those conundrums. Wow, they must have caught that dead in the mouth. But you know, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have something that your fans can be proud of and still enjoy and think, wow, they really gave a damn about us. Which is another reason why I don't like cop-outs. You know, because I grew up with the old Star Battlestar Galactica, and though they didn't finish it the way I was hoping, they actually did finish it. The Galactica does make it to Earth. The Galactica does not stay on Earth. But when they make it to Earth, it's not the crew that began. Because apparently they all died out or they were killed by Cylons. But their children make it to Earth. They solve whatever the problem is on Earth and then they leave. I mean, they just straight fucking leave. You know? Yeah, I'm not sure if they were relatives of Starbuck or Apollo, but I do know it was the dude from Falcon's Crest. They was like running the lead in the miniseries, and they solved whatever problem is on Earth, and they roll the fuck out. For them, it was like a simple math problem, and they solve it. I forgot what the hell it was. They solve it. They give it to the humans, or the Earthlings, because they're humans too. You know. And so, I mean, you have to Google it because I saw it on YouTube. I can't remember what it was called. It was definitely Battlestar Galactica. It was back in the 80s. It's like 82, 83, somewhere in there. But the guy who played Chase Gilberti from Falcon's Crest was the lead of the show. I do not know his name, but I like his work. And I'm pretty sure that my acting career will never be as proficiently found or as good as his. But, you know, at the same time, it gives you something to work for. You know. Now I will say the old school Buck Rogers, I don't remember how it ended. I don't know if Buck Rogers ever got home. I will try to Google that and find out. I'm pretty sure that he doesn't go home because him and Wilma, or whatever the hell her name was, Aaron Gray's character, they had a relationship. So if I was Buck Rogers, I wouldn't be looking for a time machine to go back home. Or if I did go home, I would go home and tell everyone that I'm okay. I won't be coming back. You know. Or if I could go home, I would maybe take family members with me back into the future. You know, sell our shit, put our money in an account, and while we're traveling through time, let the money grow. And when we get where we're going, you know, we can get shit done.
Must be missing something. Guess we'll try again later.
Okay, so let's go get the Torians now. Hold on, what do I have to do? What is that? Let's go there. And then we'll do that.
Wasn't considering it.
But you know, as a fan, you know, not just as an actor, but as a fan, I'm totally against copping out. You know, totally. I do not believe that the fans don't deserve every bit of what we invest in. You know, you put time into these games, you put time into your TV shows. The producers and the actors should at least feel the same way I feel, especially the actors, you know, because without our fans, we don't have jobs. You know, and since I don't have fans, I don't have a job. Yeah, I have 44 followers, and I thank you guys very much for tuning in. I got more friends on Facebook than I have fans in life. And it would be nice if my friends on Facebook who are watching this were subscribed to my channel. You know, or teach me how to get sponsors or something. I don't know shit about tech. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going with the flow here. I'm praying that I'm doing something right. Which I clearly am if I have 44 followers at least. Yeah. But you know, you can't win them all. But the ones you can win, you take. And this is one of the ones that I could win if I just am given half a damn chance. You know. But the thing is, you know, there's studios here in Virginia that, you know, have their little picks and their favorites, which is why my ass isn't working. Again, this is probably career suicide. But you can't have career suicide if you don't have a career. You know. And I will always be able to make independent films. They just won't be spectacular. But they'll be mine. You know, and I want to be happy. You know. Independent films make me happy. You know. If I had the money that I need, I wouldn't have any problems. However, unfortunate, I'm not that blessed. But at the same time, I can be very blessed. But you know, I'm going to do what I can to get where I need to be. Somebody just ended that poor thing. And you know, we have to make sacrifices sometimes. You know, and to get what we want, sometimes it is nominal to make the sacrifices necessary. You know, it's like, okay, James, will you be nude in the film? What's the situation? And does it cost for my character to be nude? Alright? Sex scenes. Let's talk about sex scenes. I know you guys are like so far off from like why does this have anything to do with this Mass Effect video? Alright? I tell you what's off on this video. There is sex scenes in Mass Effect. They suck. You know, let's be honest. If you're not having sex with an alien in Mass Effect, it's pretty much like just hit the square button and get the shit over with. Where if you're having sex scenes with an alien, like in my other video that I didn't record because I thought I was recording it, but cell phone technology is not my thing, and I only took a picture. So, therefore, you know, that picture was only the backside of Sarah's head and not like her whole body and her nice boobs. And, you know, so sex scenes. Am I willing to do that in a movie? Not if it's a gay sex scene, but if it's a woman sex scene, then yes, after me and her have dinner and have a conversation about my inability to have DC. And if she's okay with that, then yeah. You know, I want her to be comfortable in the scene. Now, I brought this up for a reason. Alright? Completely off on Mass Effect. But I brought this up for a reason because I'm on page 6 in the PVCC catalog. I'm also apparently on their Instagram because I ironically don't have an Instagram. That's cool. I'm grateful for the opportunity because as an actor, you sometimes have to take what you can get and be grateful. No, get out of there. You have to take what you can get and be grateful. Then, how come I can't find cover? Sorry. And worry about the consequences later. So, the whole Me Too movement has pretty much put me in fear with working with girls. You know, so if I'm making an action movie and there's nothing happening but fighting, oh yeah, that's not going to be an issue. But if I'm making a movie where I had to have a sex scene with a hot chick, you know, there's going to be a little bit of a problem. Because the Me Too movement has my ass so shook up that when I had to work with Maddie and Sara, not the TV cartoon person that you're seeing in front of you, she's a very pretty girl, she's also in the book, I was so scared that I was going to do something like sexual even without doing something sexual that it wasn't going to happen. And you know, when I mean the girls were okay with it. Maddie and Sara were great, so it's all me. And you know, where's that damn catalog? I just had it the other day. Just got the damn. There we go. So, I'll show you the catalog. But first, let me go to page 6. Because I'm in page 6. So happy that I was in page 6. There I am. I'm in page 6. Can you see that? Yeah, that's my ugly face right there. I'm in page 6. And I was happy as hell that they actually chose me. I really didn't think they were going to choose me because I was so invasive because of the Me Too movement. So it's like, yeah, kind of really don't want to do this because I don't want Maddie or Sara to come back at me in 20 years and say, you know, hey, you touched me inappropriately. Well, there's Sara. So let's find Maddie. Both of them are very beautiful young women. I was so happy to be partnered with them. You know, it really kind of re-inspired my drive to continue pursuing my acting career that is non-functional. There's Sara and another dude. I don't know who that dude is. He was just some random student who just, hey, okay, cool, I'll do it. No. Well, anyway, if you go to the computer on the PVC website, Maddie's on there, Sara's on there, I'm on there. All these people are there somewhere. So, that being said, you know, I was a little invasive because Maddie and Sarah are some
So,
gorgeous
What's
girls,
your take on all this reincarnation
and
stuff?
I was scared that I was gonna do something stupid.
Yes, sure.
And you know, the photographer and the director of photography or whatever is like, you need to move closer, you need to move closer, you need to move closer. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, no, 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 Me Too movement, Me Too movement. It's like, why are you not getting closer to the girls? I said, dude, the Me Too movement. And at the time also, when we were filming, Bill Cosby just got hung the hell up, you know, with his case and shit. So yeah, I was scared as hell. Now, back on the Mass Effect thing. I'm going to continue on until the Sage thing is done, or whatever. So I'm gonna probably have to stop this all points bulletin and start a part 2. Because I know that I have been going at this for about an hour,
Welcome to the team.
maybe longer. You know. Okay, screw it. I'll just let it go. And I don't have grenades. Somebody does, it's just not me. Boy, that remnant's tough. You know, I've obviously played the game so much that I have forgotten how to play the game. Because stuff that I'm doing now, I remember some of it, I don't remember all of it. Because I didn't go save the Moshai. So I obviously did something wrong. So here I am, trying to figure out what I did wrong. And what comes next. Yeah. So just for the record, guess I need to go this way. Reload. What the hell is that? Like something is shooting the shit out of something. Okay, well, we're going over there. But anyway, as you guys do with my random APB, there's a lot of things in the game. I mean, let's say what it is for me. Mass Effect Andromeda is fucking awesome. It's my favorite out of the entire saga now. Now, I will say, number 2 was my favorite of all time. Mass Effect Andromeda has become my favorite of all time. Kind of tying with number 2, but not tying with number 2. Yeah, both of them have their purposes for me. You know. But, you know, like I said, the sex scenes in this game, as in all Mass Effect games, are only good when the hero, or anti-hero, depending on which way you took Shepard, only good sex scenes are the ones with the aliens. And I don't think that's fair, or right, but I also didn't make the game. But, you know, if you guys reboot the game, or remake the trilogy, please give us more human sex that's like way better than human alien sex. Also, if you remake the first game, could you make it so that you can rerun it with the same character? Because you can't. And also in the first game, you should also allow us to have some kind of relationship with Garrus Vicarian. Okay, this thing doesn't have any arms. Why is it not dying? Okay, it's dead. Now take out its friends. Fine, bastard. You know, I'm only saying that because the relationship with Garrus, if your femship to with Garrus in the second game, is pretty fucking awesome. You know, and a lot of people don't seem to get that qualification or whatever. But I like the relationship with femship and Garrus and mixed Turian and human babies idea. Now, I only played male shep one time, and the reason was my whole game system, like, shut down, and I had, like, a badass uniform that I could not get back no matter what. Even, it was before I got the trilogy, and after I got the trilogy, I played Shepherds one time also, and again, my game system, like, completely shut down, and so I chose not to go back and run anymore as male shep. However, and I stress this, however, I was also going through some bad times, and I lived as femshep for quite some time just so I could have sexual relationships with everybody on there, because I wasn't going to be a gay dude. That was not a fucking option. Just to get that out the way. That was not an option, and I was damn sure not going to let that happen. Now, if you're gay, you know, and you like being a male-on-male contact with male shep and Kaden and all of them, hey, knock yourself out. If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. But playing as a chick is just like my safety, because you can have more relationships with fem shep than you can with male shep. And in this game, I just like Sara Ryder. Her dialogue is better, just like in the trilogy with femshep. Her dialogue's better. Now, this does not reflect my opinion on the actors, because Mark Vanderloo, who's the model, and the other Mark that does the talking, and unless I'm totally butchering their names and getting it completely wrong, you know, male shep has good delivery too, but he also worked as like 6 other characters. I don't know how many other characters femshep worked as, but you know, male shep, he was a couple of Borcha and all this other stuff. Yeah, so you bring things to light when you do these things. And as a fan, you know, as a fan, as an actor, stumble right into that clusterfuck. You know, as a fan, as an actor, you know, you have little to no obligation, but you know, it doesn't hurt your fan base when you give more of yourself to your fans. And, you know, I'm not an idol. I'm not some guy that's just trying to get more things here, because in initial, we're all YouTubers because you have a YouTube channel. Granted, YouTube hasn't cut me any kind of deals or anything, as great as that would be. You know, I'm not that charismatic. Would be great if I was, though, but I was down and out for like 3 years, not being able to train, so my body still has to adapt. I still have to figure out the way of finding time to get my body back into training shape, which is clearly not, which I clearly learned during my Saber Night Lights training. No. I still have a lot of work to do to get my body back into fighting shape. Okay? Just to get that out the way. So, right now, I'm taking a day off. I've taken the day completely off today to regroup myself, figure out how I'm going to pay for classes. Because I'm only taking one because of this whole IRS issue that I'm having, which is like kind of hindering my financial aid. So once I get myself back on track, you know, things will be better. But for now, yeah, I had to take the day off so that I could get my shit straight. That way, I'll be able to, once I'm able to get myself together, I'll be able to process and do what I need to do. And once I can do that, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yes, that happened. And, you know, once I'm able to do that, you know, which, like, tomorrow will happen, I'll be able to set my goals and my intentions straight. And once I can do all that stuff, you know, everything should work itself out. Here's to hoping. And praying. But anyway, that being said, you know, okay, so I obviously accomplished the mission here. You know, that being said, it's not that the games are bad. It's just that there are things in the game they copped out on that they could have done better, and they gave us badass new weapons. So I'm happy about that. You know, I'm not happy that the writers have one base uniform in which you can change 3 colors, and your short sleeves are not short sleeves. Now, at least in Game 3, your uniform, you roll that bitch all the way up to the cuff of your muscles, and it's buttoned, you know. And Shepard wears a dress if you're Fem Shep. Shepard wears a Chinese outfit if you're male Shep in Game 1, and in Game 3 and in Game 2. And he has that, like, that Dustbuster outfit, like Desert Gear or whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know what to call it, so I call it the Dustbuster outfit. But it was that brown outfit. I like the brown outfit. You know. And then you have your 2 Cerberus uniforms, just like in Game 3, you have your 3 service uniforms. You have your captain's uniform, you have your standard, the same as everyone else's, and then you have the one that you originally had while you were incarcerated, so to speak. So, that being said, you know, you kind of want to make sure that everything is right. Now, before I go getting any further, let me save this. And before I go any further, let me, I ain't got no points. What about y'all? Do they have points? Nope, they don't have points either. Yay, so that's gonna be bad. Good thing I saved it. So, you know, we have, things that need to be done. Yeah, I'm gonna go deal with these Taurians now. I don't know what that is. That's a forward station, but I don't know what that complaint is. So, let's go and get the Taurians done. I don't know why I can't go do the Moshai, so I clearly missed something somewhere. That's why I'm here on Haval, doing everything that I can. Oh, you spit on me, you bloody bastard. But you know, all around it's a good game. I really missed my knife. Yeah, the Engarn knife, dagger, whatever. I really like the Engarn dagger. I don't really like that cat knife sword thing. But you know, you play the games for fun and stress relief. Believe me, I need some stress relief. So, you know, for the record, I mean, you know, you live and you learn. And this is one of those games where, for me, it's helped me 1,000%. It's helped me with my PTSD, so thank you, BioWare, for that. You have no idea what the trilogy and Andromeda means to me, which would explain to you why I'm so distraught about not having a DLC, not having a graphic novel, not knowing what in the hell's going on with the Quarians. And if you guys are like pulling something out of your ass, it would be nice to know that we're gonna get a second Andromeda. And don't do a time jump. If you're gonna do a time jump, it only don't go more than a year, so that way they have enough time to establish a foothold in Andromeda. You know, don't turn the damn don't turn
What are they doing out here?
the allies into the enemy.
Hurrying on?
You know, don't do that. I was wondering why I was getting shot. Come on, Ryder. Get down. Gotta check out that damn sniper. Funny how the road car has taken over their camp. Go. Oh, you got to die, you bastard. Get them all? But yeah, you know, it's kind of
Another memory trigger?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
it's kind of a little bit of a CF to get rid of all these guys, man. Yeah, we're here to do that. Unless it was one of the road cars that hollered, "I need help."
Nice work.
Yo me up, damn it. Guess I should probably scan another body. So, as you guys know, this All Points Bulletin video, I've discussed a lot of stuff. You know, so apparently, I'm gonna stop this video and get ready to reload. After we talk to Avitus. Let this cutscene play. I don't understand how the hell he has a human gun.
Shot to the gut. Painful. I appreciate the help back there. Name's Avitus Riggs. Sorry if my methods seem extreme. Civilian life is trying.
Ryder, human pathfinder. You former military?
A Spectre. Special tactics and reconnaissance. Did the Council's dirty work for 15 years.
So you're used to being above the law.
Well, good thing there are no laws in Andromeda, huh? The initiative was my retirement plan. Then Natanis hit the scourge and bam, woke up here.
What happened? Where's the Ark?
No idea. Had to break out of my own damn stasis pod.
A fall like that should have killed you.
Those pods are sturdier than they look. But most of the Turian population is still missing, including Mason, our Pathfinder. Sam hasn't transferred to me, so he's alive. Just don't know where.
The SAM node could have been destroyed when Natanis hit the scourge.
I'd know if he was dead. Mason dedicated his life to Andromeda. He's too stubborn to die now.
We need every Pathfinder we can get.
Debris and stasis pods from Natanis are scattered across the sector. Between the two of us, we should find something.
Sorry, I was laughing at the text.
You go left, I go right.
Something like that. Here's my frequency. Call when you find something.
For the record, I've also been playing this like totally different than
I
I've
can't
played the
believe
last
this
few
is really
times. I'm
happening.
taking
We'd
options
be
that I
stuck here
haven't done.
forever, or until the
No,
aliens
I'm
kill
not
us.
going to change it when I
We
get to
built this
Kadar.
camp from what remained of
I'm
our
not
stasis
going
pod.
back with
If we leave, we can't
Sloan
abandon our
Kelly.
wreckage. There's debris we couldn't get to out there. We have to take it with us.
Anything from the crash belongs to the initiative. It'll go back to the Nexus with you.
Good. No telling what's still intact. Don't want hostile aliens using it against us. If you find anything from Ark Natanis, tag it for recovery. Oh, and thank you.
So we're gonna go do that, and when I head to clear out the world, I guess I'll get back to recording. So we're gonna end this video right there. If you guys are okay with this, because I know I've been running this shop for about an hour. So, yep, an hour and 13 minutes and count.